And here she is, Diane Grillo. Hello, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here.
Well, we go back a couple years. I think I met you a long time ago through the chamber, and here we are again at this pivotal time. And you guys are part of this really amazing, I'm so excited, it's called Hope is in Hamilton event. But before we get into all of that, you work for Robertwood Johnson in Hamilton location. And so tell our viewers a little about who you are, what you do, and who is Joy.
Yeah. Hopefully a lot of your viewers know me because I have been working for Robertwood for close to 20 years, but been into this community even a little longer, but I am not going to reveal my age. But at any rate, my whole focus is on wellness and prevention and education. And even though, we are in the acute care hospital business, my job is to really keep the community, our employees, our patients, employers healthy and keep them out of the hospital. So I focused my whole career on prevention and wellness long before it became like a buzzword in this industry. So that's essentially my role and the work that I do every day.
Well, that's important, actually. And I just learned something new about you. I love it. Well, I remember, okay, so we met at the Versus C, right. We Versus C event at the Grounds for Sculpture. Right. And I think that was your first ever event that you guys had. Tell me a little bit about it because it speaks to what you do at the hospital, which is pretty amazing.
Right. So We Versus C really started with our intent to educate the community about how to stay healthy, even if you had a cancer diagnosis. So essentially it talked about if you have a cancer diagnosis, it not only impacts the patient, but also the family and everyone else that surrounds them. So hence everyone working together versus the C for cancer. So the event really talked about looking at the holistic approach to healing. And we continue in that philosophy about healing. If you have, we'll talk cancer. So if you have a cancer diagnosis, you need to have the best hospital, the best cancer center, the best physicians, the latest technology, access to clinical research and trials. But healing also occurs through arts, nature, music, finding things that give you inner peace. And so that We Versus C philosophy continued with special events each year to raise money for our cancer program using that philosophy.
I love it. And it's a really amazing program, but that's not 100% what we're talking about today, but I had to throw it out there because it really is special. And cancer doesn't know we're in COVID lockdown, just so you know.
No, but it's a perfect segue because the We Versus C and the work that we did on cancer and trying to educate the community about our cancer center. I think a lot of people probably don't know, but we're part of the Rutgers Cancer Institute, which is the only nationally cancer designated center in the state of New Jersey. So it has that NCI designation. So having cancer care of that high level close to home is so important. And so kind of working from We Versus C to Hope is in Hamilton really had to do with educating the community about finding the best cancer treatment and center close to your home. And so we decided to have this Hope is in Hamilton project really at the end of last year. We've been working on it. And we chose May to roll it out because May is National Cancer Research Month. And having that Rutgers affiliation with research, we thought it was very, very appropriate. And so Hope is in Hamilton was going to be a wide-scale community event that turned the whole town lavender, because lavender, by the way, is the color, the national color for all cancers. So we switched from like kind of breast cancer to really talking about all cancers. And so we were going to turn the whole town lavender. And when I tell you we had such tremendous support for this initiative, Hope is in Hamilton, from Shop Hamilton, from Hamilton Township, from the school district, police, fire, our neighbors, the local Rotaries. So the last piece of the Hope is in the original Hope is in Hamilton campaign was going to be a widespread on Sunday, May 31st, the last day of May, was going to be a whole like the whole town and all the businesses that participated on the hospital campus. And so we were going to have a street fair because, as you know, Hamilton Township is the largest small town. And so we don't really have a main street. So we told all these businesses that the hospital campus would be their main street. So that was our original plan. Enter the whole pandemic and the COVID crisis. And, we had to rework some of those things. We were doing pop-up events in the stores. And so we had to rework some of the things that we were doing. But as we started to talk about how could this look in a different way, but still be Hope is in Hamilton, that word hope became so important. Maybe even, as important as it was if you have a cancer diagnosis through this pandemic. So we switched the campaign to be more social media, although we will have still, businesses and the hospital turning lavender, but we won't have any social, but everything will be social. And we'll ask that question of everyone that we encounter: where did you find your hope today? Yeah. And so that's how we'll roll this campaign out in the, in starting May 1st.
Tomorrow.
Right, tomorrow. Yep, we'll start this campaign tomorrow on May 1st. And so we have hashtag Hope is in Hamilton. And we're going to ask everyone, our whole community, to post videos or comments on our social media, the hospitals, Shop Hamilton, and we're excited about really sharing those positive messages of hope with our community.
I have the chills right now. What I love about it is that we've been looking for something like this for New Jersey Buzz to kind of latch key onto, because we're looking at all of, everyone's saluting the heroes in the medical industry, but it's the people who are sitting at home that you are addressing to say, now we're looking for you. You're the heroes. You're the ones staying home so this pandemic does not spread any further. You're teaching your children. You are being a parent, a teacher, a mom. You're not being able to separate from everyone. It's it's very humbling.
And uplifting. So so I think that, just by human nature, you find strength in crises, and I think that this is like the, an example of like human nature at its best.
Yes. Thank you for watching New Jersey Buzz Local. Please share this post to help us create a positive vibe, one town at a time.